This project was unique because it was a home for ourselves. So the client was my wife and 2 kids, and I was the architect. The site's elevated up above Sumner with a strong connection to the sea through the views and the Port Hills. You've got days like today which are foggy. You've got days that are beautiful, crystal clear out to the ranges as well. So the identity of the site is constantly in flux and change. The name House on a Rock literally comes from the rock that we found on the site. As the excavation team came through and exposed the rock, we used that and responded to it in the design. And the more we exposed, the stronger that element became. The layout of the house is essentially 3 pods under a floating roof. The first pod is the master bedroom, reading room and ensuite. Pod 2, the bedrooms, and then pod 3 is the garage. Floating roof, which comes over the 3 pods, connects the spaces together and has an open living space between the pod 1 and pod 2. The shapes of the curves and the form of the pods themselves were derived from that connection to landscape and view. The reason for the curves was to have unobstructed view lines that connected you back to those views and the landscape. We used timber on the sophites and the deck, which are 2 mirrored forms. We oiled the sophites in Dryden's wood oil to protect and also hold the look and feel of the grain, but also to contrast it against the deck timber, which was allowed to grey off. The skin to each of the pods, which has the cedar wrapping around from internal to external, has been overclad onto the doors. The idea behind this was to create a form that wasn't punctured with doors and windows, but seamless in its design. The brick we used is actually recycled brick from an old warehouse that we found that was getting demolished. And we were able to get the bricks sent up to site and then sorted through, and they became the skin or the inside face for each of the pods. The direction of New Zealand architecture is an interesting one. We're a young country inherently. We strive to find identity and meaning through design, and I think with the sites and the businesses that are coming through, you're seeing world quality designs coming to the forefront.